first attempt at a diesel model in the US. They had an original one in the UK. That being said, this car has a 3-liter turbocharged V6 coming from the Volkswagen Touareg and the Audi Q7. This car produces 240 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. And that's a pretty big torque figure considering that the base model has nowhere close to that amount. Even the GTS model doesn't have that much torque. Markers that you can tell if this is the diesel model, obviously the diesel badging on the side. Other than that, honestly, it looks a lot like the base model. Same dual polished chrome tip exhaust, just has Cayenne on the back, no diesel badging there. It's very reminiscent of all the new 958 Porsche Cayennes. Everything is pretty much similar. Like I said, the diesel badging on the side. Now, if we come around and I'll pop the hood, that's where this is much different than everything else. So this car has a 3-liter turbo diesel injection V6 that produces, as I said, 240 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. And this is Porsche's only diesel available in the US right now. In the UK they have a V8 diesel, but this is the only diesel they have right now. Now if I come turn it on, you'll be able to hear the clicking. It's common in all Porsche models, but let's turn this bad boy on. And there it is. That is the big torque diesel V6 in action. Give it a couple revs so you can hear that. Decent sounding engine for a diesel. Now that we've looked at some of the design elements that are featured in this Cayenne and we've looked at the engine, heard it, let's go for a drive. Now this car that I'm driving today has the premium package, which comes with ventilated seats, comes with a sunroof, comes with rear heated seats. It's also equipped with blind spot monitoring, or lane change assist, as Porsche likes to call it, which reminds you that there are people in your blind spot when you don't look. I have driven a Cayenne S and a Cayenne GTS as well. if you have a cup in the left cup holder, you're constantly going to be hitting it. There's just no way around that. I think Porsche could have designed something a little bit better, considering this car is designed to be, sporty as well as functional. Like I said before, the dumb paddles on the steering wheel, they're stupid buttons. You push forward to change up, you pull back on either side to change down. It's kind of dumb. It needs real paddles, and the only way to get those in this model year, in this car, is if you buy the $400 sports steering wheel, which I just think is pathetic, considering every other company that makes sports cars has proper paddles, but this just has dinky little buttons. The third thing, which is, some people like it, some people don't like it, whatever, that's their opinion. This is my opinion. I think that, these sorts of SUVs should come with, air ride suspension, and unless you get the GTS or either of the turbo models, you're not going to get that as standard. It is an option, and obviously that's an option that costs well over $1,000, and I think it just should be fitted right from the get-go. Porsche has their Porsche Active Suspension Management System, which allows you to go from comfort to normal to sport, which also sharpens up the way it feels on the road. But number 4, in a lot of higher end expensive cars, you get these analog clocks. Many of them are beautiful. This one, for example, is quite good looking. But that being said, it makes the most annoying ticking sound in the world if you have the air conditioning off. It's just tick, 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 and it just won't stop, which is one thing that I wish obviously you can opt for the Compass, you could not have it, or you could opt for the Sport Chrome clock, which still does tick, but it's just something that I think, ergonomically speaking, isn't really at home. In terms of space in here, it's actually very spacious. It is an SUV. It's a mid-size SUV, but I'm 6'2", and I don't have my seat all the way down, and I still have a couple inches of headroom, and if I bring the seat all the way down, I'm going to have even more. Legroom's good. I have lots of space to put my left foot. The ergonomics in here too are great. I love the layout of the buttons in the central stack. Some people find them very confusing, but at first they might seem confusing, but once you take a second to actually look at the layout of them, it makes perfect sense. You've got your airflow, you've got what temperature in the fan, you've got your seat heated and cooled seats, and up here you have your defrost and stuff like that. It's all laid out really well, but it can be overwhelming to someone who hops in it for the first time because they see all of these buttons. In terms of rear legroom and rear space, for that matter, it's actually really good. There's more space, I'd say, than most other cars. Now that we've gone over a few of the different aspects of the vehicle, I'm going to do the most practical test of all. How big is the trunk? Let's pop it right open. It opens quite quickly. Now, let's see if I fit. Be courteous and take off my little shoes. So just like that, not only is it good looking, but it's also practical.